Hey there, I am here with some more tips and inspiration to help you be the most powerful version of you and create wealth and freedom so you can live life beyond your wildest dreams. And today we're talking about George Carlin's statement, "It's a big club and you ain't in it." So several years ago, George Carlin did a skit. He's a comic, but he did a skit that had so much truth in it. Now there's some pretty colorful language in this skit, but I really want you to see this because he drops some absolute clangers and they resonate because they're absolutely true and they have never been more relevant than they are right now.
But there's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back, so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. And by the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. Yeah. You know? And nobody seems to notice, nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on, the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Okay, he really nails it, doesn't he? When he talks about it's a big club and you ain't in it, and the fact that our owners don't want us to be critical thinkers, don't want us to be empowered. And here's why I'm actually glad that I am not a part of the big club, because you have the owners at the top. Now, those who are kind of in the middle tier, most of them, I'm not saying all of them, but the vast majority of them, they are owned by the people at the very top. They can't sneeze without permission. They have to follow orders. And these puppet masters are pulling the strings of the puppets. If you ask me, that ain't freedom. Have you actually looked at Mark Zuckerberg in the last few years? Does he look happy? That dude, they own his freaking ass, don't they? So he started out as a bit of a carefree college kid who created this rather questionable platform where these boys were rating women on their university college campus. Like, that's the dude who created Facebook, man. And it wasn't until these other entities got involved and funded this massive sort of entity, this behemoth that Facebook has become, that it really took off. So, who owns Facebook? Does Mark Zuckerberg own Facebook? No. His co-contributors, the people who funded Facebook, are the ones who really own Facebook. Does Mark Zuckerberg get to reap some of the benefits of that? Yeah, I guess. But he's not free. That man is owned. And to be perfectly honest with you, I would not want to swap my life for his anytime soon. And if you look at the vast majority of people who are in that top tier, yes, they appear to be running the show, but they're not. There are controllers at the very top, the nameless, faceless controllers, who have orchestrated this system that the vast majority of us are captured by. Well, we're all really captured by it to a certain degree. It's just that some people have more control over their lives than others. And just as the establishment, the owners, helped these people to get to where they are today, they can be cancelled just as quickly. If you think of the entertainment industry as well, all of those artists, they've sold their soul a long time ago. They are owned by the establishment. And if they dare to step out of line, then guess what? It's over. Their cushy lifestyle is over. And they're, to whatever extent, if they decide to speak out against anything, then they're in real trouble. So that is not a life that I would like. Thank you very much. Yeah, sure, they're rich, they're famous, they have these amazing, flashy kind of lifestyles. But at what cost? Seriously, the people in the entertainment industry sold their souls a very long time ago. No thanks. I like being a free, sovereign individual. Those people, they are not that. So if we're looking at the future and what it is that we want to create, how are we going to be a self-determining global community? How are we going to take our power back from our owners and start to be really self-determining? Start the critical thinking and deciding for ourselves what it is that we want. Because these systems that have been constructed, yes, our education system, yeah, it's pretty screwed. Our financial system, yeah, we're slaves to that. Our health system or our medical industrial complex, yeah, that's not working for you either. So George Carlin's right. They don't care about you or me or any of the people who are captured and enslaved by the system. They just don't. But that does not mean we're powerless. They have conditioned us to believe that we're powerless. But that is far from the truth, because the thing that they are most afraid of is that we will wake up, we will realize how powerful we truly are, we will step into that power, and we will say, enough. We are done. We are done being puppets in your show. We are done being slaves to the system, and we can turn the tables on them. We need to do it as a collective conscious community. And that is why I am so passionate. I am so committed to helping as many of you as possible to build wealth, to make a positive conscious difference in the world. And we are seeing the rise of the conscious entrepreneur. This is one of the most exciting times in history. We are in the middle of the Great Awakening. We are on the precipice of a shift in consciousness that we have never seen before. And the future is so bright for humanity. And it is us who will lead the way. It's not these so-called political leaders that we think are the answer to all of our problems in the world. In fact, the opposite is true. So it is up to us to start being self-determining, to take our sovereignty back, to stop putting our faith and all of our eggs in the basket of those who we think are coming to save us. Nobody is coming to save us. It is our faith in ourselves that we must step into. It is recognizing and realizing that we are more powerful than we could possibly imagine, and that we don't need anybody else to save us, that we've got this. And it is up to us to step into that power and say, I own my space. I own my freedom. I own my sovereignty. I am a free human being, and I will live the way I choose, not the way you tell me I must. So, what is it that you truly want? Are you ready to break free from the system? Because the system offers a certain amount of comfort and security. It's contained. So, while we might be, if you think of communism, for instance, right? So, communism is very restrictive. But by the same token, communism means that very few people slip into poverty. The more freedom we have, in actual fact, the less safety and security, the less safety nets there are to be able to support us in living our lives. The more restricted a society is, the more regulated it is, the more safety nets there are. The less freedom there is, the less chance for getting ahead there is, but there's a certain level of, you are cared for by the regime, right? Or your needs are taken care of, or your basic needs are taken care of. There's just no opportunity for really getting ahead and establishing a state of wealth, true wealth. So how do we shift this? It's up to you to decide what it is that you really want. And then go all in on your vision, your goal, your dreams. Because while I'm happy that I'm not a part of that club, that does not mean that I don't think that each and every one of us should not be wealthy AF. In actual fact, I think everybody should be wealthy. I think everybody should be abundant. I believe that prosperity is our divine right. And I am ready to help as many people as possible to claim that right and create a new conscious world. This is the birth of the new earth paradigm. We are going through a shift right now that is so amazing. Yes, it's messy. It's ugly. It's downright painful. But we are birthing a new earth. We are birthing a new existence. We are birthing a new future. And birth is never easy. It's painful. So, how do we co-construct this? How do we work together to establish this new earth paradigm, this wealth for everybody, this place of peace and abundance and joy and creativity and this amazing utopia that is just around the corner? It is up to us to create it. Heaven on earth is already here. We've just simultaneously created our own hell by being captured by the owners, the establishment, who have really done a number on us. They've done a job on us. So we create parallel systems. We use the foundation of what's already there and we create parallel systems that work for the people, by the people. And this is why I am passionate about you being wealthy, because I know when you are wealthy, you will help to make the world a better place. So be glad that you are not a part of that club, because we are going to create our own club of conscious business leaders who are wealthy AF, who are finding solutions to the problems in the world and creating solutions and impacting the world in a positive way, bringing us together into a state of unity, peace, harmony, balance, love, joy, co-creating a new earth experience and being a part of the most amazing transition in history that we have ever seen. So I want you to be truly wealthy. I truly, truly do, because I know that when you are, you will make the world a better place. Step number 1, what is it that you really want to experience in this earth? Remembering that anything is possible. Anything is possible. So don't get caught up in your I can'ts and it's not possibles, right? Anything is possible, even for you, especially for you. So what is it that you really want? What is it that you want to create in the world? What is it that you want to contribute to? And go all in. Now, we have all been indoctrinated and conditioned to have these limitations, these limiting beliefs, these fears, these doubts that have stopped humanity from stepping into the true sovereignty, the power, the freedom that we have inside of us. And that's why I have the Wealth Consciousness Movement. It is a free library of EFT tapping videos to help you to release yourself from those bonds, to clear out those limiting beliefs, fears, doubts, the blocks, the stories, the false premises and perceptions that you have allowed to lock you in to this limitation, to this lack, to this poverty consciousness. Enough! It's time to say enough. The only person who can liberate you is you. So, dare to step into your brilliance. Dare to step into your power. Dare to dream huge and make your dreams a reality, because that's on you. Stop giving your power away to this belief that somebody else is going to come in and save us, because it ain't going to happen. This is on you. This is on me. This is on us. So I hope to see you in the Wealth Consciousness Movement community, where you get access to so much transformational content. Use that as your window, your door into the next version of you who is capable of achieving anything that you put your mind to. I do hope you have found this an inspirational video. If you have, please like and subscribe, comment below, let me know what you think about this video, how you feel about the transition that we're making right now, and I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon. Ciao for now.